good time zone. And dare I say it? What is up, gamers? Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Happy day. How's it going? It's lovely to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Hello. Happy Monday. I should put on my studio lights. Let me just get that set up real quick. How's everybody doing? How are your Mondays? How's it going? It's lovely to see you. It's lovely to be here. I left my water cup in the other room, but I will get the art camera on so you can see that I'm here in the meantime. Hi. Sorry about that. These are my paints. This is our sketch. We need to fill out a little bit of background here, but other than that, we're ready to paint, so I'll be back in just a moment. Oh, beans! I've just once again been reminded of those situations where you have people referring to mental health when what they mean is mental ill health or mental illness. But they, you get like posts from right around sort of mental health awareness days or weeks or whatever. You'll get posts from companies on like social media being like, every day in the United Kingdom, 1 out of 5 people will experience mental health. And I just always think to myself, when's it my turn? When do I get to have some of the mental health? I've been waiting for so long. Anyways. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Lux, you're playing Hollow Knight. I love that. Where are you? How's it going? How is your game? What bits have you did? I'd love to hear about it. Hello. Anywho, Neo's here as well. Hello, welcome in, my friend. Happy Pride. Happy Pride to you, too. And happy Pride to these cuties. They're on a bicycle. There's a story behind the idea for this piece, and it's real stupid. Namely, I was watching a YouTuber, who was doing some kind of, like, home crafty type situation. And she was making like a decoration out of some kind of clay, and she was making little like leaves, so it was a little like very nature-y situation. So she was making little decorative leaves for the thing. And she was explaining, she was like, a lot of people ask me how I like make my little leaves and stuff, and basically you just take a piece, and she showed how she makes like a leaf shape, and she's like, and there you go, a little bicycle seat for a hamster. And I was just like, okay, I gotta paint that now. Damn it, Rachel. This is her fault. Anywho, Neo says, I hate it when I experience mental health. Oh god, I wish that were me. Anyways, having a beautiful Monday. It's lovely to be here. I'm having a much better Monday now that I'm here. As for the bureaucracy, don't ask. I'm pretty sure that the form that I was sent was not the form that I meant to be filling out at this juncture, so I ended up just panicking and not filling it out, and I will ask what I was meant to have done tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure the person who's supposed to tell me what to do also doesn't know. So, anyways, these two, I'm a big fan of the sort of, this era of, like, early cyclism, as it were. Would you come into focus, please? Would you come into focus? Thank you. Early cyclism, where, like, gentlemen were afraid that, like, ladies were gonna become too independent and, I don't know, get too many jollies and fun from riding a bicycle, and they decide that they don't need guys anymore, and these two did exactly that. They're gay, and they love each other very much. But here they are, just riding a bike, having a lovely time. Their feet don't really touch the pedals, because their legs are real small, because they are just hamsters. But, hey, that's okay. They can coast in, like, downhill areas, and maybe that's enough. But this is what we're painting today. Because yeah, imagine riding a bike so hard it turns you gay, says Neo. Hey, anything's possible. Turn up, hello, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Turnip says, hey, Sammy, hey, chat, hello. Love the picture. Oh, thank you. And woo, bureaucracy can get in the bin. I wholeheartedly agree. It's the worst. Anyways, the world is wild sometimes, says Neo. I mean, yep. Hey, many distractions. Welcome in. How are you doing? It is lovely to see you as well. Welcome on in. What I want to take a sip of my beverage. I don't know which one to do. Did I sweeten my coffee? There's a question because I genuinely can't remember now if I did. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is exactly as I like it. Yay! This is a decaf. Because I figured, what the hey. Decaf is a pleasant choice. For today. Do-do-do. Just drawing a little bicycling path that is going to snake on up into the distance. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There we go. Oh, now it really looks like they're very dynamically going zippity zoom, doesn't it? Oh my god. That was not exactly my intention, but you know what? I kind of love it. Yay. Oh gosh. Okay. Just trying to figure out what I want to do with sort of the landscapey bit in the background. My god, I'm super warm in here. For some reason, I think it's because this room gets the sun in the afternoons. And I've got 2 hot beverages on either side of me. It gets really warm in here, so I'm just going to crack the window open a little bit, and hopefully that isn't going to impact the sound of stream too much. If there's, like, really loud, like, renovation sounds or stuff start happening outside, or people start playing their stereos in their cars super loud, or yell or whatever, I will close it again. But for the most part, thankfully, at this time of day in the neighborhood, we tend to get mostly bird song. We've had a lot of jackdaws around in the neighborhood lately, which I absolutely adore because they are so stinking cute. If you've never seen a jackdaw, they are absolutely precious. Jackdaws and magpies, which I'm just loving all the birds happening out there right now. It makes me so happy. Yeah. Ups and downs, as many distraction on the plus side. New cat, yay! Congratulations on your new cat. On the not plus side, we have a leak in the loft. No! Oh, that sucks. I'm so very sorry. And I hope that it get better. And congratulations on your new cat. Oh my goodness. Hell yeah. Turnip says it looks a bit like the Akira shot where Kaneda skids to a halt. I'm all here for lesbian hamsters on old-timey bikes skidding across the road. Hell yeah. They're gonna go do donuts in the car park. But thank you. I think they're just zooming at great speed. They're feeling fancy free and having a lovely time. I'm gonna up here. I think I wanna drop in some kind of like hills in the background, just make it feel sort of nice and landscapey and cute. My hair is doing stuff and it's getting in my face and it's really annoying because I just washed it this morning. So I'm gonna go get something to get my hair out of the way. 1 second. I'm so sorry. It's gonna bother me if I don't. Okay. Do I have... Where is my spectacle? There you are. Oh, that is a marked improvement. I had literally just got a pair of spectacles and put them on my head to keep my hair out of the way, and I feel so much better. So much better. Mel, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Happy Monday. Mel says, OMG, the hats are adorable.
Twitch user
Thank you.
Sammy
Ann. Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. How's it going, Sammy Ann? How was your stream? It is lovely to see you. Welcome. Hello. Oh my goodness. Let me get a shout out for you first of all in the chat. Straight off the bat. Welcome on in, everybody. Hello, friends. Welcome. Sammy Ann, how was your stream? What'd you get up to today? I'd love to hear all about it. Before I forget to introduce myself, I shall introduce myself to anyone who's just come in. Hi, my name is Twitch user Sammy Kelsh. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams, hopefully cozy, on Mondays and Thursdays. And on Fridays, and very occasionally on Sundays, I do cozy game streams. We're, in a shocking twist of events, we're currently doing a playthrough of Hollow Knight. This is who we're painting today. They are hamsters, they are ladies, and they love each other very much. Happy Pride Month, everybody. And they are indeed Victorian ladies riding a bicycle together. Anywho, Sammy Ann says, hola! Bickman's here. Hello, Bickman. Hello, Kindred as well. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. It's lovely to see y'all. It's lovely to be here. I started stream not that long ago, and I'm feeling very disoriented today. I had a bit of a weird start to yesterday, and I think it's kind of had a knock-on effect onto today, because I ended up being very exhausted. I think I was still catching up from like the jet lag I had after coming back from Canada, trying to sort of catch up on sleep this weekend, and so I ended up sleeping quite late, and I had an email at 20 to 11 in the morning to say that okay, backtracking a little bit. So our boiler stopped working on Saturday. So we didn't have any hot water. So we contacted somebody to get an engineer out to come fix it. Had an email at 20 to 11 on Sunday morning to say that the guy could come out at 11. I didn't see the email until 11. So my husband bursts into the room and he's like, so apparently the boiler guy is coming right now. And so it was a big like panic and scramble, and I had to get out of bed and put on like pajamas that other people are allowed to see. And just freak out, panic. And I did not have time to do my usual sort of like nice, orderly, get ready to be a person who exists in real life routine for the day. And that tends to really, have a knock-on effect for the rest of the day, and I think it's having an effect today as well. It just completely throws me off kilter, and it takes a while to get back to it, but I will. But so that was an experience. Anyways, adult problems. Sammy Ann says, we are working slowly on a Princess Leia Art Nouveau inspired piece that was a redraw. Ooh! Very exciting. Very exciting indeed. That sounds super, super cool. As always, if there's anything that you would like to share, feel free to whisper a link to me, and I would love to share with the chat, whether it's what you were working on today, or if you wanted to share something from your Instagram, that would also be totally cool. I'm going to mute the mic for a second, because I need to blow my nose, and I don't really want you all to hear that, because that's probably an unpleasant experience. So, a BRB. Just vocally. There we go. Hopefully my voice is back. Hello. Anyways, that piece sounds amazing, Sammy, and I would love to see anything you would like to share, and I would love to share with the class, just if you want to, of course. Insta would be best. Okay, we can just have a pop over and have a little looky-loo on your Instagram. I would be very happy to do that. Little Birdie says, hi, Sammy. Hello, little Birdie. Oh, no, I hope the boiler got fixed. At least the boiler is fine. The boiler is totally fine. I get the impression it's rather an older model of boiler at this point, and I think this specific model had a lot of teething troubles, because this isn't the first time we've had to have an engineer out to look at it. It's probably, at this point, like once a year it decides to just die. But at least this time it wasn't on the coldest week of the year, so... That's a little bit nicer, at least. Hello, Samantha. Welcome in. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's go have a little look on ye olde Instagram. Oh, this is me. This is my Instagram, and these are the things that what I do on it, in case you're new here. Hello. This is a piece that I painted on stream last week for my birthday stream. It is, because I leveled up to a new numerical decade, as it were. I decided to paint Terry the Forg Mage, also leveling up his magic skills. He's feeling very powerful, but like in a fun way. That was a lot of fun to do, and I hope you like it. Anyways, but let me just do a little shifting around of browser tabs in the background, and we'll have a little look at Sammy Ann's artwork, who very kindly rated us, which is so nice, and it's always so nice to see my friend in your beautiful community. So let me get that link up. Okay. Sweet, here we are. Alright, here, hopefully, is Sammy Ann's page! Upgrade for your boiler's grumpiness, says Sammy Ann. Oh, if only. But, yeah, Joe, hello, welcome in. welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you as well. Hope you're having a good Monday. We're just having a little look at Sammy Ann's art. Ooh! Ooh, hello, this is new. I haven't seen this one. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. This is adorable. Oh my goodness, what an absolute sweet piece. Get hello to these friends. This is so good. This is so good. Here, let me drop you a little like. Yeah, if you're not following Sammy Ann, go do it. Go do that. Sammy Ann does good. Look at this Sailor Pluto. Oh my goodness. This is honestly like 90s flashbacks for me because I was super into Sailor Moon back in like the late 90s. And seeing these just make me so happy. Also, it's really, really cool. These like Sailor Mermoon pieces that Sammy Ann's been doing are super cool because she's painting with tea. And if you look at the description here, this is my favorite. The greenish teal was achieved by adding a grain or two of baking soda to blue butterfly pea flower tea, which is extremely cool. And that's in part because the stuff that makes the blue butterfly tea blue is a pH indicator. So if you add lemon juice to it, it goes like magenta purple. If you add something basic to it, like Sammy Ann's done here, it goes green. How cool is that? I love it so much. Anyways, I love these Sailor Moon pieces. And Sailor Saturn, my favorite, partially because at the time I had the same haircut. So Sailor Saturn was super relatable to me because we had the same haircut. That is very normal. Anyways. But yeah, if you're into whimsy and just really, really lovely, sweet illustrations and very creative stuff and very creative use of tea, which I love, go check out Sammy Ann. I'm going to give you another shout out in the chat. I mean, to be fair, one of my favorite fictional characters at the moment has the same hair texture as me, and I've been growing my hair out. So if I didn't wear a side part, we'd basically have the same hair. So I guess I haven't grown out of that. Despite the fact that I'm, like 40. Very normal of me. But to be fair, said favorite character also has the same ADHD that I do, which is also very relatable. I don't remember that Sailor Saturn had ADHD, but never mind. Samantha says Sailor Moon, where they won't allow lesbians, so they make you cousins and change literally nothing else about your It was so weird. It was so weird because okay, I was familiar with like with the Japanese source material by that point. When they introduced the like later Sailor characters into the English dub version of the show, and they were like, "Yeah, it's me, Sailor Neptune, and my cousin, who I make out with, who's also a girl." Like, happy Pride Month, everybody. We cannot allow children to see a lesbian couple on screen unless they're related. It was just, they probably got handed down like an edict from like the network or whatever who was like, North American kids aren't ready for this and their parents will get mad, which is just stupid. And at least I think now things are a lot better in terms of that kind of thing in children's media, though people do still raise a stink, but we listen to them less. But at the time, the solution to they could have just said friends. If they just said that they're friends, like they're just very close friends, I feel like they could have gotten away with it. But no, they decided to go cousins, and it just made the relationship seem a little weird. Ah! No! Anyways, Sammy Ann says you're very kind. You're very awesome, Sammy Ann. So there. Sammy Ann says that Haruka and Amichi were done wrong in the 90s in North America. I agree, but I love that you could completely tell, and the kids were all asking if that is how cousins were supposed to act. Oh, totally. Like, I mean, sometimes I think that, like, creators of children's media don't give children enough credit in terms of, like, critical thinking and figuring stuff out and kind of being even more on the pulse of popular culture in many ways than the adults around them. But anyways. Because kissing cousins were more acceptable than a loving female couple, says Sammy, and I'm just... Listen, I don't know if anybody watched the TV series they did, I think about 10 years ago, with Jenna Coleman as the young Queen Victoria, but oh biddle boy, when they get to the bit where she starts courting Albert but they're not married yet, and they're just like, "Oh, it's so wonderful to see you, cousin." "Oh, yes, I haven't seen you in a very long time, cousin. You seem well." And it's just like, stop saying that, because I know that you two go on to have many babies, and this is weird. Like, no. No. Anyways. Neo says we can only, and Neo is quoting here, "We can only showcase queerness if we ridicule it or make it seem wrong." I mean, all of the queer-coded villains from back in the day, and look, I love them as much as anybody else. Ursula from The Little Mermaid, my beloved, but still, it's all we had for a long time. Or like, oh, the gay episode of Degrassi High, where Snake's older brother comes home and he's like, "Yeah, my parents just disowned me because I'm gay," and Snake is like, "Oh, that's weird." Credits roll, you know? Anyways, that's the media I grew up on. Shout out to the time I just happened to be at a bar in, downtown Toronto and ran into Spike and Caitlin from Degrassi. Canada's tiny. Anyways, Samantha says, "Look, I know I'm biased, but we should just let girls kiss each other, actually. I just want to let it be known that following on from the events of this bike ride, these two are absolutely going to go, like, just have a little rest under a tree somewhere by a picturesque river and do a little soft focus smooching, and have a lovely time, okay? So just so everybody knows, they are dating. They share a little apartment together to save money, but no, they share a little apartment together because they're in love. But historians probably would have said they were very good friends. We know why. We know. Anyways. Love that for them, says Sammy. "I'm representing love as it should be." Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Lots of tender holding each other's. Do you call them hands or paws? Because they look like little hand paws. Holding hand paws. Tenderly and doing a smooch. They are indeed... Samantha, they are indeed roommates. And they were roommates, says Neo. Oh, I think I'm gonna say hand paws because I think that works. Okay, what I really wanted to do. this is so silly. Okay, but I wanted to just drop like a hill, sort of here. And then maybe sort of another hill here behind it, just for funsies, because you know what, because why, because I like hills. Hills are nice. Sammy, that pencil, it's the size a hamster would use, says Mel. Listen, I like this pencil and I don't like wasting pencils, so I'm gonna keep using this pencil until the pencil is done. However, the lead inside this pencil, I think this pencil must have taken a tumble at some point, because I will frequently be, like, sharpening it, and the lead will just, like, break and fall out, and I'll have to sharpen it way down, like, significantly more. So, while I was on holiday in Canada, I needed to sharpen my pencil, because I wanted to start a new sketch. And this is the length we ended up with, because I kept having to, like, sharpen it, and then it would break, and then sharpen it again, and it would break, and sharpen it again, it would break, and it's just, this is what's left, so... Can we purchase your replacement, says Mel? No. I mean, listen, my shop is available if anyone's interested in any stickers, prints, pins, or books. But, no, I'm fine, and I honestly don't mind using a stubby little pencil. Like, I do have a pencil that my partner stole from IKEA for me, so I can replace this with that. When we get down to the gold bit, I will stop trying to use this. I promise, okay? Anyways, I hope it's not hurting your hand or grip. Oh no, it's fine. I am used to it. I am totally used to it. It's fine. Anyways. But we have a terrible drawing time from Samantha, who wants to see a couple of Sailor Senshi who are totes just cousins having a smooch. Ooh! Okay, cool. I would love to do that. So, hamster pencil for drawing hamsters makes it more authentic, says many distractions. Exactly. It's terrible drawing time, so let me get on that with the terrible drawing time canvas, which is right here. I had it to hand before the stream began. It definitely didn't just run across the studio to grab it. Sig pencil, says Melemony. Everybody, don't smoke. It's very bad for your health. Unless it's like one time because you desperately need to have some regularity. It does help. But don't do it. It's not good for you. 0 to 10 do not recommend. As somebody with asthma, don't you do it. Anyways. I mean, I did briefly when I was at university, entirely because I wanted to socialize with the cool kids, who all did. And so hanging out outside with them was the only opportunity to hang out. It wasn't pleasant, and I wouldn't do it. One time regularity, says Kindred. Yes, exactly. Just, anyways. Well, I did recently turn a significant numerical age, and so now I think about things like defrosting my freezer and staying regular. I had lentil salad for dinner last night. It was an excellent source of fiber. It was delicious, by the way. Gazillion out of 10 do recommend lentil salad. It's one of my favorite meals. Anyways, okay, so 2 Sailor Senshi who are totally just cousins having a smooch, says Samantha. I should probably introduce what we're doing with this abomination. This is terrible drawing time. It is a phenomenon whereby I have, for 5,000 channel points, I've got 5 minutes to draw a character or concept if you are choosing from memory or sight unseen. Until the canvas is full. I'm gonna need to buy more of this paper, because I'm running out of terrible drawing canvas paper. Oh no. So that's gonna have to go on my shopping list, because I think this is my last sheet of this size that I have that hasn't been drawn on. I might have to take a really good look around and see if I have any other pads of this size hanging about. Anyways, Neo says, I turned 40 now. I think about defrosting my freezer. Am I not allowed to defrost my freezer before? Are we not doing that yet? I don't know. I just feel like I've catapulted into like the next level of boring adulthood. What did I do for my birthday? I went to the farmer's market and I had a lovely time. I came home from my vacation and immediately defrosted my freezer. Yeah. You are allowed to do these things at any age, just FYI. It's just, I've just been noticing. Sammy Ann says, I was thinking about defrosting my freezer before 40, but I get the sentiment. At 50, you start thinking about refrosting your freezer. I think this freezer is not very good. I'll just do it on its own. Terrible drawing time, the most misnamed redeemed in all of Twitch. No, it isn't. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Anyways, refrosting your freezer with buttercream, says Samia, because that would be quirky and fun. Oh, I just want to eat like a tub of buttercream. That's what I'd like. Probably not good for me because I'm over 40. But anyways, timer. 5 minutes. Starting now. A couple of Sailor Senshi having a smirch. Okay. So let me see. How am I gonna do this? Alright. Okay. So the one, I can't remember what direction her hair goes in, but it's kind of like a short haircut. So I'm sort of they're just their faces are just fully just smooshed together, I think. is going to be the answer here, and the other one has kind of like waves, and it gets kind of long. Oh my god, this is gonna be the dumbest thing. I shall return lurking, says Sammy Ann. Have a lovely, lovely lurk. Have some lunch, and a good time. And thank you again for the raid. I do appreciate it. There we go. Oh my goodness, they're just really going for it there. Just you can't see all the slobbery tongue stuff happening, but I promise it is. Oh, the hands all up in the hair. Just really having a good old makeout. How makeout can I make this without violating Twitch TOS, I guess is my question at this point. So she's just gonna be sort of like, oh, I've got my arms around my best friend, who's definitely not my girlfriend, because we're not allowed to say we're girlfriends, but we're girlfriends, and everybody knows it. They've got their weird little sort of like sailor collars that you can kind of see there, and they're wearing their little sailor outfits as well. Doot doot doot. This is so stupid. And I'm so sorry, it's so stupid. And she's like, this, you can just about see the arm gently caressing her bestie's face there, and you can see sort of the hand of the other one is sort of around her waist here. And then she's also wearing a skirt, and it is just the most beautiful thing you ever did see in your life. Just cousins being cousins. This is totally fine. And she's gonna, I want one of them to do the sort of like, we're smooching like leg pop. So this one's gonna be doing the like, we're smooching leg pop. Oh, you can just see they've got their little like sailor tiaras on as well, because I think they wear tiaras or something. The other one you can't see because she's got a fringe, so just imagine that it's there. But she's doing the little leg pop. And are they in boots? I feel like they're in weird boots like this. I really do. And this one is like, oh. Honestly, maybe she's just like kind of, she's actually just, one of her legs is just kind of gently caressing her girlfriend's knee, or sort of her leg, and the other one she's kind of on her tippy toes. Because I don't know how to make two legs the same length. That's why. And I'm just gonna put cousins 3 question marks. This is the best thing I've ever drawn. This is about as much of it as I could do without violating Twitch TOS. But here they are, totally just being cousins. The anatomy makes complete sense. Just no questions asked. Yeah. I hope you're happy. This was fun to draw, and I'm sorry it's terrible. Perfectly cousinly, says Samantha. I'm glad you approve. I tried my best. I don't draw a lot of characters doing like big makeouts, as you can probably tell. It's not generally my oeuvre, but it felt appropriate here somehow to do it. So here they are. I hope you like it. Anyways, that was terrible drawing time. I'm sorry. I want to fix these hills because I don't like the shape of them. So, I don't know. This hill is weird and rolly, and I don't think it should be weird and rolly. I'm just gonna make it be a little bit more of a little bit more of a make sense. Just more of a gentle curve, I suppose, like that. And then I also just wanted to put like up here. There's the timer. I wanted to put up here just like a little cottage or a little farmhouse or something. I want to kind of give the impression that like maybe they had gone to visit like whoever lives here. Oh man, that is not a cute looking. Man, that's not a cute looking house. Why can't I do this? Oh, flip. Okay, let's just erase that and try again, shall we? I'm gonna take a sip of tea before I do because I don't know if you can tell, but actually my throat is quite sore today. I feel like my voice is not doing as well as it might be. Um, while I do get my bearings, I did want to say uh, that I caved and joined Kara or Kara. I'm not sure which one it's pronounced as, but you know the new social media site for like artists and stuff. Because a lot of friends have been joining it, and it seems like a nice time. But I feel like it's another one of those situations where it's going to take me about a gazillion years to find any people, and it's going to feel kind of like a ghost town in the meantime. And it's going to be a real uphill battle to like actually feel any sense of community or find an audience for my work there, which seems to be the case no matter where I go or what I do, and it's really struggle flavored. It's very struggle flavored for me, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I just have an energy that's off-putting. I have oft wondered in the last like year or so, do I just have an energy that's kind of off-putting? I might do. I don't know. Anyways, I don't have a link to it yet, but it is just the same username as I have on here. So it's definitely more of a portfolio site for artists than a social media site, says Mel. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how nice it's been compared to like other social media, and I definitely get that in the sense that there's no like a horribly annoying ads. I'm constantly getting ads for like digestive supplements. I don't know what they think is up with my tummy on Instagram, but they think something is up with my tummy on Instagram, and I just want to assure them that, to be perfectly honest, my tummy is pretty okay. Like, I've kind of got that under control. I've got my lactose pills and I eat a generally healthy diet. Like, don't worry about it. But constantly I'm getting ads for people being like, oh my goodness, I get so many toots until I started taking these expensive pills, and I'm like, go away. Anyways, ads might be necessary, says Mel. The explosive growth of the site is a big financial problem for the creator. I've seen that, and I'm honestly really worried about it. Like, it does kind of make me wonder if this is kind of gonna collapse potentially fairly quickly, because there's been such an influx of interest in it over the last couple of, I don't know, weeks, months. And it's currently not supported by anything other than, like, Ko-fi donations. You know, and I'm if I find it to be like a useful place, I'm happy to kick a little bit of money over in their direction to keep it running, but like I also can't necessarily afford a lot of that, you know? But but I also very much appreciate the lack of like ads and stuff. But I think I'm not finding a lot of people on there, because like I have found a number of people on there, like people that we know, people, you know, sort of here, like Mel and um other people within sort of the Twitch art community. But a lot of people are, I think, doing what I was initially planning to do, which was just make a placeholder account with my username and not actually post anything there until I get more of a feel of it. But I've decided to start posting there anyways, because I don't want to be like, I don't want to be getting the sense of like FOMO, where it's like, oh, the site is already oversaturated and no one's going to want to follow you because they're already following enough people, if I don't start posting stuff until later on. The pressure, like the thinky thoughts, the anxiety, it is off the charts, and it is so inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, I've heard some people talking about how like the community there is amazing and they feel really supported and welcomed and yada yada yada, and I'm like, I can't even find anyone. My feed is super barren. Like, it's the same feelings that I've had about a couple of other sites, as I try going through like hashtags of things that interest me and trying to find people that way, and then I find I'm like, this person hasn't posted anything in 3 weeks. There are about 5 new posts under this hashtag. It's clearly not very active, and none of these people are very active. And then I do try and follow and engage with new people, and they don't seem interested in reciprocating, so then I feel a little rejected, and it's a struggle, and it's every time you join one of these new social media, it feels like just another uphill battle, and it's a struggle, especially as well when, you know, any social medium invites compare yourself to other people syndrome. And you see other people where they just sort of jump onto a new social medium and like instantly are getting like thousands of new followers and likes. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong compared to my peer here? Like, what? I don't get it. And I still don't get it. And I don't know. And the answer is it's nebulous and doesn't make sense, and it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the quality or content of your work or the hashtags you're posting or any other nonsense. And I know this because I have one singular post from last month that took off on Instagram more than any of my Instagram posts ever do. It's still getting likes. And I don't think it's even my best piece of work from last month. I think it's fine. But it's not actually had a knock-on effect with regard to other people finding the rest of my work. It's just that one thing has like a million figures worth of likes. And so it's just really, it is quite disheartening in that way. Anyways. Kerbals are cool. Hello, welcome on in. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm so sorry that you've come in just in the middle of me ranting about how social media is garbage, and I want to blame the algorithmic nature of it for my general feeling of consistent not living up to my potential as a creator. But then also I have to ask myself, is the problem me in some capacity, because other people seem to make it work much better than I do, and is it simply a matter of they just got lucky? I just don't know. Anyways. Neo says, maybe you get my digestive med ads. Would you like some? I would check, I don't know. I would check a lot of unbiased reviews on not the websites that those supplements are. Like, I'll be honest, even if some of these supplements work, and I'm sure that some of them do to a certain extent, because I've looked at the ingredients lists of a lot of them, and it's just like ginger, fennel, and I'm like, yes, these things are demonstrably good for your digestion, but they tend to command a pretty hefty price tag, and the ads, even if the product is legit, the ads just make it feel like scammy snake oil. You know what I mean? I don't like... There's something about everything I see Instagram ads for now. My immediate thought is this feels like a scam. Even if it is a perfectly good product, it feels like a scam just because of how Instagram ads look in general. Little Birdie says, I've been holding off on joining because I don't want to contribute to the overwhelm. That is very thoughtful of you. That is genuinely very mindful of you. Very polite. Mel says there's a large part of the answer is that you don't control it. Yeah, it sucks. The algorithm is fickle, says Samantha. Indeed 'tis. So very fickle. Has less attention span than I do, and I'm in the attention dungeon most of the time. We like the rant, says Mel. You use fun words when you go off. I'm trying my best. This is just how I talk. Sometimes I worry when I'm just talking like as I normally do that people are going to think that it's some kind of affectation or that I'm like pretentious or whatever. And I'm like, pretentious? Moi? Never. But no, I just talk like that because I don't know, autism, I guess. But Neo says, I would genuinely prefer actually getting a gastroenterologist appointment instead of supplement ads, but thank you. That's incredibly wise and probably genuinely more beneficial in the long run. Anyways. Oh good. I just got a text from my dad, and he says, specifically, he wanted to let me know there were some snacks that I'd purchased for my partner and I when we were in Canada visiting my family, and we weren't able to actually finish eating all of them by the time we left, and some of them were like refrigerator foods that we couldn't necessarily bring back with us because they'd be, you know, room temperature by the time we landed. So my dad just they were largely the kind of snack foods that you don't get in the UK that are the things that I'm nostalgic for when I go back and visit Canada, because, you know, the foods I normally eat are things that we have in both countries in general, like apples and yogurt. So I get nostalgic for stuff that you can't buy here in the UK, and one of the things that I had to leave with them I knew my parents weren't going to eat because it's like a silly food. So I said, maybe you can see if my nephew, who's 12, might like it. And my dad just texted me to say that my 12-year-old nephew does indeed like the silly snack food that we left in my parents' fridge. So, yay! Ah, and Lux says, hi, Papa Kelch. I will tell him you said hello. Thank you. Anywho, so that was the excitement for today. Oh, also, I got a text from my dad earlier to say that they had a bunny rabbit in the back garden. He sent me, actually, you know, I can show you probably. I don't want to show a photo of my nephew because I don't want to dox him, so let me get into the other chat. Because my nephew is 12, and that's personal. But what I will show you is this eastern cottontail that was hanging out in my parents' back garden. How stinking cute is that, friend? My parents live in an enchanted forest now. I'm so jealous. I mean, I also live in an enchanted forest, but still, it's a slightly different flavor of enchanted forest. Anyways. I just texted my dad back with, yay! But noise has many distractions. Heck yeah. Little Birdie says, wild buns are so adorable. So stinking cute. I love them. I love them so much. And it makes me happy to see. We saw so many birds while we were visiting, and it was so nice. And my partner took, and we saw a raccoon as well, which is... You don't see raccoons around these parts, so it was a pretty special little encounter. And oh my goodness, this little guy with these big eyes and his little hand paws, and he was so cute. And my husband took the cutest photo, and I took a little behind the scenes video of my husband taking said photo. Because we are super normal. Anyways. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to try and do a better version of this little cottage if I can. Can I do... I want to be... It's fairly tiddle back here. So... Maybe make the lines make sense. I think it might be helpful if I make the lines make sense. I don't know. Do you think that would be helpful? I think it might be good to try and make the lines make sense. I mean, some of this line work is gonna get done when we like line weight everything in, because I'm not gonna draw in all of the sort of foliage and stuff that we're gonna be putting around here, because I don't know what I want to do foliage wise yet. Maybe, yeah, oh, you know, it might be cute. Maybe just like a couple of trees, sort of just in the background of the house. Maybe just a little patch of trees next to the house. Might be cute. What flavor of tree do I want it to be? Does it want to be one of these sort of evergreeny type trees, or does it want to be something a little bit more just blah, blah, blah. Maybe if I do that, just a big boy tree, like so. Okay, yeah, I think that'll do, actually. Okay, and I'm not going to really draw in a lot of the other details of this. Maybe there's a little shrub just at the side of the house. Like another little one just out back. Okay, there. Now it feels like there's a little house up there. That feels good. I feel good about that. I can start painting now. Hooray, finally. It's only an hour into stream and I'm finally starting to paint. We've got two different kinds of paints today because I'm feeling wacky. Specifically the Inkatens paint pan set, which is very straight ahead colors. And also, it's pretty permanent when the paint goes down, so it won't like lift and stuff once it's dry, which is nice and really useful for getting good like layered effects and stuff cleanly. But I am using it in conjunction with a second palette because I really wanted some of the, like, softness of the pastel set, but I wanted it to have a little bit more sort of depth. And I find the one thing about this set is that the range of values you can get out of these paints, because they're all quite light, is quite limited. And I might want, you know, some shadows and some more muted bits that I can't do with just this set of colors. So I would like to be able to combine it with these to create a somewhat more comprehensive range of values, but still a quite soft aesthetic, because I don't know. I just imagine, I want you to imagine these two, like, just having a little sort of, like, snuggle under a tree by sort of a babbling river at the end of their bike ride, eating strawberries, and somewhere just ambiently, for some reason, despite it being the 19th century, Carolyn's Fingers by the Cocteau Twins is playing, which, honestly, I don't know why, it just feels like one of the gayest songs to me. I don't know, just listen to it and tell me that it's not the soundtrack to just, like, I don't know, kissing girls, because it just is. Anyways, Theo, hi! Welcome in. How are you doing? These are our hamsters who are in love. I hope you like them. I'm gonna start by painting in a nice blue sky. Just a happy little sky, because why? Because I feel like it'll be an easy place to begin. And I think I want to kind of rough in, like, the colors and stuff of the background first. What color is the sky? Do I want some little fluffy clouds? Do I want some abstract little fluffy clouds, or do I want to, like, masking fluid in some little fluffy clouds? I think I'm just going to masking fluid in some little fluffy clouds, because I think that they're quite, it's quite an effect, but I don't know. I think it's a fun effect. So actually, I'm going to do that first. It's a good thing I haven't put any paint down. Also, I managed to get coffee on my forearm, and I genuinely have no idea how I did that. So, for anyone who was wondering earlier, I will pop a link, assuming, to my new page on Kara, however we're saying it. I think that's the link. If you are there, feel free to drop me a follow. It is tis what tis. And I hope that's fine. Anyways, I've only been on it for like 3 days, so I've only made 3 posts, and they're all of old art, but I'll start posting new stuff to there imminently. Did I shake this up? I don't remember. Oh, it's fine. It'll be fine. Who cares? Anyways. I'm so tired. I'm just going to fully fill in these cloud shapes, just to make it easier to kind of just paint over the whole thing. Just happy, funky little clouds, because why not? And I think I'm going to do quite a few of them as well. If you put this one on its side like this, it kind of looks like a bell pepper. That's what, that's one, this is going to sound really goofy, but one of the things I really enjoyed when I was back visiting Canada, honestly, was Cubanelle peppers. If you're not familiar, it is a long pepper that is light green in color, but it's not spicy at all. It just has a really, like, fresh green capsicum flavor that is, oh, it's so cozy. They don't really grow them here. You certainly can't buy them in shops. I've never seen one at a market here in the UK. And so I always try and get some when I'm back in Canada if I can find them, and I will just have them, sprinkled with a little salt or in a sandwich or whatever, and it's just really nice. It's just a very pleasant experience for me. These clouds are such blobs. These clouds are such blobs. but oh well. Clouds are blobs, though. Like, I'm looking at the clouds out in the sky outside, and they're just blob shapes. That's pretty accurate. There's going to be a bit of a gap here. Because sometimes there's a bit of a gap. Cloudy, cloudy clouds. Okay. Little fluffy clouds. I can just see the barest hint of a little fluffy cloud there poking out from behind the hill. And then maybe another just a little front tootin' along there. And I think that'll do it for little fluffy clouds. Anyways, what's it called again? The Peppers? Was it the Peppers or the song? Oh, the Peppers are Cubanelles. Cubanelle peppers, if the peppers are what you were asking about. If you were asking about the song that I mentioned earlier, it's Carolyn's Fingers by the Cocteau Twins, and I'll put that in the chat as well. The peppers are Cubanelle peppers. Okay. Oh, I misspelled it. Ah, beans. Hold up. There we go. Cubanelle peppers. They are my favorites. They're very good. I don't know. I tend to prefer like a snappier, more thin-fleshed pepper to like the to bell peppers. I like bell peppers. I eat bell peppers all the time. But some of them I find like the interior flesh is really thick, and I'm not as much of a fan of that as the ones that are like thinner, like the tend to be the pointier peppers. But a lot of the pointier peppers are spicy. And I don't really do the spiciness so much because my body doesn't like that, because I get everything. Honestly, everything. Everything in the whole world gives me heartburn. But if it's spicy, it's giving me even more heartburn than that. Speaking of heartburn, I'm having pasta for dinner tonight, and I'm very excited. Tee-hee. Anywho, while I'm waiting for that to dry, maybe I'll actually just paint in the color of this path, I guess. So it wants to be some kind of dirt. So in the interest of combinations, I will take a little bit of the storm gray, which is really more of a brownish gray, and I'm gonna blend it with some of the, oh, what's the name of it? I think it's just brown ochre, burnt yellow ochre, sorry, from the Inktense set, and actually just combine these together into a nice soft subtle brown, just to make a nice sort of dirt path. And now I shall paint it in. And actually, you know what, in the interest of, there's this little house up here, I'm actually just going to slightly redirect the path so it's actually kind of maybe coming from like by the house. So it's kind of going past the house kind of thing. I think that works. I have mixed feelings about bell peppers, says Little Birdie. I enjoy them raw, but the texture is off-putting when cooked. Oh, because it kind of goes like soft and almost, I wouldn't say slimy exactly, but it's like in the ballpark of that, I would say. I do not like, if peppers, I like cooked peppers, but I don't like previously frozen peppers. Those I find tend to have a very, very soft, kind of like an extra slimy texture that I am not a fan of. But I can see that, because when they're raw, they have a nice sort of like snappy juiciness to them, but then they do soften down quite a bit and do go a little bit slimy when they're cooked. So I can see how that would not be appealing to everyone. Yeah, I will say, apparently this is, I didn't realize until fairly recently how divisive of an ingredient the green bell pepper can be. Some people apparently vehemently abhor the green bell pepper, and I don't get it. It's nice. What the heck, y'all? I like the sort of fresh greenness of it. It tastes like the color green. It's But like it's fresh, it's not sweet, and that's kind of what I like about it. But then everyone I've ever heard saying that they don't like green bell peppers has been American, so maybe they just like sweet things more than I do. I've tasted American yogurt. Woof. Maybe I just picked a bad American yogurt. I suspect I probably did, but I'm violently allergic to bell peppers, says Joe. That is fair. Please don't eat them. Lot says my mom hates green bell pepper to the point that she says she's allergic, but I'm with you. Green peps are great. I mean, as demonstrated by the chat, it is a thing. Allergy to capsicums. It can be a troublesome ingredient for some, and as a vegetarian, I would find that such a struggle. As it is, being a vegetarian with a mushroom allergy, 0 out of 10 do not recommend. It is so hard to find food, especially when you're out and about. The vegetarian meal on my most recent flight was mushroom pasta. I probably could have told them I had a mushroom allergy, like, ahead of the flight, but I feel like the more specific and prescriptive you get with the things you can eat when you're on a flight, the more likely you are to get like just really weird stuff. Like, as it is, I've had some very questionable vegetarian meals on flights where I'm like, do you not understand what vegetarians eat at all? What is this? Little Birdie says, no, most American yogurts are extremely sweet. I always get plain yogurt so I can adjust it to my taste. I would love to have been able to do that. This was at a hotel breakfast buffet, so I had no choice. It was just, you want yogurt? And of course I wanted yogurt because I love yogurt. I got yogurt, and it was... wow! It had none of the properties that are the things I enjoy about yogurt, which are, it's tangy and refreshing. It was just sugary. And I was like, no, I like a fruity yogurt, don't get me wrong, but I want it to be tangy and taste of yogurt. It was deeply unpleasant. I'm gonna have to mute for just a second. One moment, please. Anyway, commiserations to all the people of America in the chat for the fact that your yogurts are not as good. I'm honestly very sorry. That sucks. The sky. Okay. For the sky, you will need... I'm going to take a blob of... what is this blue? Cornflower blue, which is much too, like, purple of a blue. It's not purple, but it's on that side of the blue spectrum. So I'm going to add some bright blue to it from the other palette to kind of bring it back to more of a sky hue. But that's way too dark. So guess what? I'm going to have to get this super wet in order to make it into sky color. Anyways, hello, Sen. Welcome in. How are you doing? It is wonderful to see you. Welcome, welcome. I'm just blobbing on some happy little sky around my happy little clouds. How are you doing? How is your Monday? I hope it is good. I hope this sky will be alright. I realize I've used normally I give myself a little bit of a border around the edges of a painting, and I've given myself basically none of that today, so I'll be interested to see what the heck happens as a result. Oh no. I'm sure it'll be fine, but obviously I'm nervous. I've already put my fingy tip in it, and I think I brought a little eraser shaving with me. Okay. But a nice wet amount of paint here, because I like the way it sits. Especially for these big areas, if I can have the paint be quite wet. Anyways, how was everybody's weekend? I realize I haven't inquired about your weekends yet. How were your respective weekends? Were they good? I hope they were good. Did you get up to anything fun? Did you have a nice time? Did you get some stuff done? I'd love to hear all about it. I got another approximately minute done of my the video edit that I'm currently working on for YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, by the way, in case you're not already over there. You can. Here. And hopefully I'll have a new video soon. These things take so long for me. Because unfortunately I have to have a normal job and I can't make YouTube videos full time. Therefore, I cannot be expected to make a video every week. I'm lucky if I make 3 or 4 videos a year at this point. Ugh. So annoying. So annoying. Anyways, I have so many ideas for new videos that I would love to be putting out there, and it takes so long to do the edit that, and the filming and the script writing, that on top of my other unfortunate, I need money to live, life out obligations, I can't produce more videos than I am, and it makes me feel really sad. But it's okay. I am working on this one, though. It will hopefully be out soon. And yeah. Aww. That's a happy little sky, I hope. I mean, it's the way that the wet paint catches the light, you can't see it very well, but that's a happy little sky. It looks kind of diseased with like the yellow from the masking fluid, but when that comes off, hopefully it'll be nice and cute. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee, which is a decaf, which is probably for the best, if you can tell. I'm very fast right now. Okay. Now then, I think a nice sort of grass color for this hill will be good. And I want something that is that has a little bit of the mutedness of the pastel palette, but a touch of the depth of the other. So if I can pull in a little bit of this, I think is it turquoise? Is it teal? But that's made a grass color that is much too blue. So on top of that, I'm going to apply a little bit of kiwi green. So there's like 3 different greens going on in here. And to be honest, it's come together to create what I could have done by just combining these 2. But never mind. We got there. It's all good. Okay. I just have a bunch of water here. I'm just going to pick up some of this water. I would like this to be fairly wet. Is this an okay grass color? I am axing myself. And I would tell you, yeah, it's fine. My weekend was a bit stressful, unfortunately, says little birdie. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Here, have some support and love. Emotionally draining, but yesterday was the 9-year anniversary of getting my sweet kitty Sophie. Oh, happy adoptiversary, dear Sophie. I hope that she is well, and I hope that whatever stressful events were happening on your weekend have settled down for you. And oh, happy adoptiversary, Sophie. What a sweet friend. Very, very, very sweet. Love that for you and for Sophie. Okie dokie. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the artichoke. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the artichoke to this, because now I feel like it's a little bit too yellow of a green. Maybe a swash more of the teal, and again, yet more artichoke for that soft pastel adjacency, which I hope will do it. Okay. Grass. It's fine. Okay, good. That'll do. Let's paint it in. This is the, I'm already like, what am I doing? Am I doing it right? And this is literally like the lowest stress portion of the painting, because we're just slapping entire colors down here, which is very fun and feels real good. I think because I took a couple weeks off, and also because I was doing a very different painting project over the course of the month of May, it's been kind of a weird endeavor trying to get back into sort of my regular pace and schedule and content of painting over the last like week or so. In as much as like we didn't really paint anything at all on Monday's stream, and then on Thursdays I did manage to get a thing done, but like this weekend I spent the better part of a day trying to finish a single sketch and I just could not get it to work. I was just really struggling to get the process to like do it for me. It was really annoying. I did get there in the end, but like man, it took a lot of iterations of deleting your art for it to get to quite where I wanted it to be. There is some beautiful birdsong happening outside. I don't know if you can hear any of it, but it's just lovely. I'm not sure which birds it is, but they sound nice. Love that for me. Anyways, I've just hold on. I've decided to. Do I want to? Does this want to be the same? No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, no, I take it back. I'm not gonna. I was like, do I want to change this? And then I decided that no. I do apologize for any time that I like start asking a question and then answer. It was probably a rhetorical question. I was just asking myself the question, and in the asking, I answer it for myself. This happens quite a bit when I'm in conversation with my partner as well. I'll be like, "Did we?" Yes. And I'll just speak like that, and he'll be like, Did we what? And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, no, I figured it out as I was asking." Oops. Anyways. Hopefully these hills make sense. Sen says, I have crickets mixed with birds right now. Not sure my head likes it, though headache is bad today. Oh, that sounds like it could be quite cacophonous. I am so sorry. I hope that, I hope it's alright. I hope your head is alright. Oh, goodness gracious. Someone is opening my front door. I really hope it's my moderator/spouse. Or I've got concerns. Let me just double check and make sure it's my moderator/spouse. Yay! It's my moderator/spouse. He's home. I'm gonna quickly say hello to everybody. I'll be back in a sec. Hey, sunshine. What? I have no concerns because you're here and you're home and I love you. Mwah. Oh, that one. Aw. And a tiny pint of milk. Thank you.
All they do in answer.
That's okay. That's milk. It's good. Can I give you a hug? Is this okay? Love you. Mwah.
Any toast for him today?
No. I got a piece of junk mail.
Oh?
Yep. Very exciting. Unless you want to go on a cruise. No. Yeah. I don't know why I get these.
Not being 60.
Also true. Can I leave you to put the milk in the fridge? Okay, thank you. I love you. Hello, everybody. Moderator/spouse is home. Chat says hello, sweetheart.
Hello, chat.
He says hello. Thank you for the hellos. But yes, hello. I am back now. And I notice there's just a little pocket of a lot of green there, so I'm gonna lift that a bit. I will do some like shading and probably add some more details up here as well of the sort of just this little wherever it was that they've been visiting, or maybe that's their cottage. Maybe that's where they live together. Curiously, it does only have one bedroom, but maybe they take turns sleeping on the sofa, says the historians. It's because they're girlfriends. They're just snuggling down together every night. It's real cute, and they love each other a lot. Anyways, oh dear, not getting much sewing done, says Sen. Well, your body needs the rest, and that's important too, so there. Oh, the trial piece for a potential new job. Woo, exciting times. Exciting times, and you go nail that trial. Hell yeah, you could do it. It is Pride, says Samantha. They're actually making a getaway on their bike after doing crimes. Oh, are they being gay and doing crimes? Amazing, I love it. Thank you, Samantha. Hell yes, love that for them. Amazing. Okay, this hill, I want it to be a slightly different color. Because because it's a little bit further away, so it wants to be a little bit more sort of muted. So I'm actually going to take some of this brown, well, the storm gray, but it's brown. Come on, y'all, it's brown. Speaking of paint pans being like weirdos, you remember that duochrome watercolor that I used last Monday? It is. So afterwards I decided, because I really prefer working with pans to like tubes of paint, because tubes are great, and the paint you can get in tubes is great, but also I do find tubes can be a little bit fiddly. And I just like working with pans, and since most of my other paints are pans, and I'm going to use these as supplements to paintings where I am using pans of paint, I thought, I should I've got some blank paint pans, so I'm just going to decant a pan's worth of paint into one of them, and just let it dry down, and then it just works like a dry pan, right? This is a very normal thing that painters do. This paint will not dry down normally on me. It sat for days, and I could feel that, like, the top of it was, like, dry, or at least, like, had formed a skin, but everything under it was, like, super gooshy and mushy and wet. So it's not drying down fully, and I was like, okay, because normally you're supposed to, you fill the pan with paint, and then you wait, like, a day or so, and it dries down, and in the drying down it, like, shrinks, because it's losing moisture, so there's less of it there, and then you add more paint on top. I don't know if it's like the binders that they use in this paint, or like something about the pigments, but it just will not dry down normally. So yeah, so I ended up getting really like fidgety and annoyed with it, and kind of like smushed it around with like the butt end of one of my paintbrushes. And so now they're like a super weird shape, but at least the more surface area of wet paint has been revealed, so that's kind of drying down a little bit. But I don't know when I'm going to be able to use these pans, because they won't dry. Hello, love.
Scones still.
Apparently the scones I baked last night are still delicious. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I did on the weekend. I baked a batch of cheese and chive scones with lactose-free cheddar. And they are, as always, delicious. Buttermilk scones, somewhat unusual in as much as when I make scones, I don't roll them out and then cut them into shapes. I literally just like spoon them onto the baking tray in like mounds. So they have all of these like craggy edges and like bits that get crispy and weird surface area, which I honestly think makes for a more delicious product. It's super fluffy and delicious on the inside, but the outside you get these like crunchy, this like nice crispy crunchy exterior, which with the cheese as well is just, oh, it is so Moorish. They're so good. They're so good. It's a fantastic recipe. Sounds much better than normal scones, says Samantha. I think so. I don't think I think regular scones can kind of be dry sometimes. These don't feel as dry. They're just good. And also they've got chives in them, so they're very flavorful. Anyways. Ooh, so Sen says, it's a couple that does traditional Blauwdruk, which is indigo dyeing and the printing process associated with it. Very cool. They're looking for someone to do sewing. So they gave me an old shirt and a bolt of their cloth, and I shall do a shirt. And I am allowed to experiment with it as well. Very fun. Very fun. I hope that you have an amazing time, and I bet it's going to look super cool when you're done. Gumby says, OMG, it's Sammy. OMG, it's Gumby. Welcome in. How are you doing? It is wonderful to see you. Welcome, welcome. I'm just blobbing some racing green onto this to make it look a little greener. But I still want it to be somewhat more of a grayish green because I want it to kind of be in the background. So hopefully that should do. I might just pop a little bit more of the artichoke onto it. And make sure my brush is nice and watery and see what we get. Let's paint in another hill. Yeah, I think that works. It's grass colored, but a little bit more muted because it's a little bit further away. Yeah, anyways. Okay. Fioca2 says, 2 hamsters on a bike. Hell yeah. Pinu, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a lovely Monday as well. Alright. 2 hamsters. Having a nice time on a bike. Being gay. Doing crimes, probably. Being troublemaking Victorian cyclist ladies. And also they're dating. Because it's Pride Month. Though frankly, I think every month should be Pride Month. I do feel the call to, like, extra turn up the gayness in the actual month of Pride. Except July, of course, is Wrath Month. Also a good month to be. There, you can see a tiny bit of the hill just between them, like, right there. Just the tiniest sliver. Penny UK says, let's go, hamsters. Yeah, that's what we love to see. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. 2 hamster girlfriends doing crims. Yeah, having a lovely time. Okay. I'm going to let that dry for a second, then I'm going to take the masking fluid off. In the meantime, I'm going to do a super quick BRB. So enjoy the BRB screen in the meantime, which is here. And the music is off. Hold up. I'll put the music back on, but I'm gonna, like, slowly fade it in so I don't cacophenously bombard your ears with gentle piano music all of a sudden. So I'll be back in a minute. You're all breathtaking. Oh beans! Well, that was a BRB. See, the thing is, when I'm streaming, I have two strands of setup to monitor. Namely, the one that I'm looking at that's my stream software, and also I have a browser tab set up that is, like, twitch.tv/whatever, like my Twitch dashboard on the Twitch website. And according to the Twitch website, my stream was offline. Now, I knew that this wasn't the case, because I was, like, talking about things and saying things in chat, and people were clearly responding to the things I had said, so clearly the stream was not offline. But it did give me a moment's pause and concern that I'd accidentally hit end stream instead of just mute microphone when I went off for my BRB. So if that took a little bit longer than usual, it's because I was trying to desperately make sure that I was actually, like, that I hadn't accidentally ended the stream somehow. So, phew. Anyways, got a question in chat from Samantha, and she says, if June is Pride Month, and July is Wrath Month, does that mean we also need a Lust Month? I'd say that August should therefore be Lust Month, but August is so hot and sweaty that that's the last time that I want to get lusty. December is Greed Month with all the feasty festivals. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, maybe October? October's already Gay Christmas because it's got Halloween. So I don't know. Anyways, not Pride Month, not Pride Month year. Not Pride year, not Pride decades, as Bianca do, actually Pride eternity. I wholeheartedly support this. The 7 gay sins. Yay! I love them all. Hamfrey and Clyde, said. Being gay and doing crims. Penny says, Twitch definitely loves to troll. Sledge says, shh, everybody pretend we are not here. The stream really is offline. Babe, that's mean. You know I'd get scared and probably cry. July is also Disability Pride. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that is a very important thing as well. August is Sloth Month. Honestly, I think that is correct. So we have Pride, we have Disability Pride, and then we have I get to take a nap. That's probably all I'm going to want to do in August, let's be real. Hopefully we'll get to do something fun in August. I have some time off, so it'll be nice. Clearly January or February is how many kids are being born during the later part of the year, says Sen. I mean, perchance that yes. Oh my goodness. November is avarice month because you're buying up all the things for the winter festival, says Samantha. Oh my god, we are assigning so many things to months right now. You love to see it. I mean, I don't super love to see avarice, but oh well. Anyways, maybe I'll get my butt in gear and actually do like a very 1st of November shop update this year. And be able to make parts of it a living as an artist for once. That'd be nice. By the way, did you know I have a shop? Because I do. It's got stickers and prints and pins. It's a silly place, but there's a lot of cute stuff there, I think. I should probably do another update soon because I've got a couple of bits that I'd quite like to have available for peeps, if that's something that they would be into. Also, if there's ever anything that you're like, oh man, that would make a really good blah, like, feel free to just shout it at me, because I'm very open to suggestions, and I like selling stuff. I like getting to send little parcels out from the post office. It's very fun. So yeah. If you ever have any like, oh, I'd really like to see one of these, just let me know, and it may well happen. I also do commissions if there's like a specific painting that you want, but it's a painting of like your favorite character from that thing, or you and your pet, you know. I can do those too. Anyways, please buy all the things from the shop, says Sledge. I have forgotten what our floor looks like. There is a lot of merch in the living room. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry you married an artist. If I could, my life would probably be easier and a little bit more stress-free if I just, like, didn't have a creative drive and care about making artistic things, but then I wouldn't be me. And I don't know if that's an effective trade-off. I just don't know. I also wouldn't have this lovely community of people around who are really nice to hang out with and very cool and fun. So, Hitman in the full-on clown outfit. Okay, we've got a terrible drawing time, so say goodbye to this very nicely backgrounded, very stupid, silly little piece for the next few minutes, because we have to do a terrible drawing time. Oh, Hitman! It's time to hit a man! Which I assume is what you do in Hitman! Okay, if you're not familiar, there's a video game series called Hitman, in which a man hits men. Which is very gay of him. Happy Pride, everybody. Anywho, but, in brackets, bald man, says Bianca, dude, this is true. Terrible drawing time, in case you missed it earlier. Hits, not hits on, says Sledge. Oh, never mind. Anyways, anywho, Hitman's cool and fun. Though, as always, I just want, like, I want an adventure that's just, like, a pleasant downtime situation where he and his bestie Diana just, like, instead of going to the spa to explicitly, like, murder a bad, important person, they just go to the spa to, like, sip some mimosas and, you know, go for a swim and have a nice, relaxing time. Very handsome bald man, says Vyakadu. I mean, you know, he does have a pleasant face and voice. But I'm gonna have to set a timer for 5 minutes. I have to try and remember to do how to do the clown costume from Hitman, which will be fun. If you haven't seen the clown costume, it's great. Okay, 5 minutes on the clock, starting now. Let's go. We are simply seducing the target before we eliminate them, says Vyakadu. False sense of security. Yes, perfect. Love it. Okay, so, Hitman in his clown costume. So first of all, he's got a clown nose on, and then he's got quite a sort of like kind of expression in general. It Hitman face. This is exactly what he looks like. But I mean, normally he has like a you know, human man nose under there. And normally he has a bald head. But today, and he does have quite a sort of, he has a good sort of like chiseled jaw, I would say. But he is in the clown costume. So I got to give him the clown wig. There we go. It is a good wig as far as clown wigs go. Um, but do. Does the clown costume have a silly bow tie? I can't remember, but I'm gonna give him a bow tie anyways because I feel like it just goes with the look. Okay, I think actually the sleeves are like rolled up to the elbows on the clown shirt. I hope I'm not misremembering that. There we go. It like buttons up, and it also has fun suspenders. And then the trousers are like here, but he's also holding in his hand, very importantly, he's holding a delicious blueberry muffin to do murders with. I'll post a link to the image when you're done. Thank you, sweetheart. As moderator / spouse, you are allowed to post linkies. I made his head too large, and I didn't really leave a ton of space for the legs, so he's got weirdly short legs, unless I redraw the whole thing. He's just gonna have weirdly short legs, I suppose. And he's got, like, fun striped socks down to, like, here-ish. Actually, I can probably... He's got fun striped socks, and his trousers are cuffed up, like, way too short, because he's a clown guy. And then he's got his big clown shoes, of course. Oh, I do apologize, Miss Bennett, for getting clown shoe in your hair. Just shade that in a little bit. I don't normally do a ton of shading on these, but I think it'll really help sell this piece. And he's got big, silly polka dots all over his shirt. I actually think polka dots are quite cool, but I don't know, maybe my aesthetic is a little bit clowncore too. Who knows? Don't answer that. So there we go. Ta-da! It's Agent 47, looking very, very serious, very ready to do a hit of a man. I think I might even, I'm gonna give him like a little hint of a furrowed brow there, just so you really are feeling it. But I think I've done the best I could with that. So let me pull up this link if I can, so we could do a little compare and contrast. Can I just want to copy the link? Okay, no. Hold up. I'm copying the link so we can go take a look at it. Oh damn, I forgot to give him gloves. No. But I feel like I maybe captured the vibe. I don't know. Sledge, I hope you're happy. Just the look on his face. It's so good. Oh. Anytime you can, you really ought to do the Hitman mission wearing the clown suit. I think it just works really well. Okay, so that's Clown Hitman, and this is what my version of Clown Hitman looked like. So for compare and contrast purposes, Clown Hitman, terrible drawing time Clown Hitman. I hope that it's okay. That was a lot of fun to do. Thank you very much for that terrible drawing time redeem, sweetheart. Thank you. I hope you like it. I hope you're happy. I hope Agent 47 finds some happiness in his life, because he always seems very sort of like, And I don't know, I love him and support him, and I want him to feel happy and fulfilled in his life. Surrounded by friends. As far as I can tell, he only has like one friend, but okay, surrounded by friend then. At least he has a friend, you know, which is nice. Her name is Diana, and for some reason I mentally associate her a lot with Diana from Animal Crossing, who's one of the villagers that lives on my island. It is very silly. Kaizen, hello, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Hello, hello, it's lovely to see you.
Is indeed the same Diana.
It is indeed the same Diana, says Sledge. Which is weird, because Diana Animal Crossing is a deer. But, I mean, they have the same sort of, like, refined, serious energy. So. Anyways, I haven't been on my Animal Crossing island in months. And I feel real guilty about it. Which is also what's keeping me from going back to my Animal Crossing island. Because I feel really guilty about it. Because I know my villagers are going to be like, hello, Sammy. It's been such a long time since the last time we saw you. Why? It's been 2 years. We missed you so much, and then they'll all start crying, and, oh no, I don't think I can handle it. I've also toyed with the idea of resetting my island, because I really loved the, like, early gameplay stuff, and, like, achieving those milestones, and sort of setting it all up in the first place, because for a really long time, my island was just up and running as it is. I don't want any of my villagers to move away, so I wasn't meeting any new villagers, and it's kind of just stuck. But also, I don't want to reset my island because I desperately don't want to say goodbye to, like, you know, Hamlet and Boomer. Boomer and Hamlet are dating, by the way. It's very cute. Boomer is a stupid penguin who likes to exercise. And Hamlet is an athletic hamster who likes to play, so they're perfect for each other. And they're very happy, and they genuinely do. More than any other pair of villagers on my island, I would see them hanging out together so often that I'm like, are they dating? Anyways, they're dating. It's really cute. The home expansion thing where you can decorate homes is also dull after a while. Yeah, I'll be honest, like, I enjoy the decorating house stuff, but I'm also bad at it, and also I do find it kind of boring. I'm not, if there are, like, games where like, the game mechanic is just decorate a house, I'm like, how decorated is my house? No. It is the color of paint that it was when we moved in. I kind of wish there are certain elements that I could do to my house in terms of, like, decor-wise, but otherwise it's very never going to be particularly cohesive or interesting. I'm just not good at that kind of stuff. But yeah. I did enjoy it for a good long time, says Little Birdie, but yeah, after a while it loses its novelty. Exactly. The one thing that I really loved getting to do is because you can have roommates in the home decorating expansion in New Horizons. So I think I had Fauna, who is a deer, want a holiday home, and I was like, okay, cool, and I set up sort of a very bare bones holiday home for her. But once they added the roommates thing, I waited and waited and waited and waited for Flora to ask for a house. And I was like, why don't you two move in together? Because they're Flora and Fauna. And I am a big dork like that. And I just thought it was very, very funny and very cute that Flora and Fauna live together. Tee-hee. Tee-hee. Also, they seem to get on really well. At one point, they started, one of them started playing the piano and the other one sang. It was really cute. So, yeah, that is a thing that happened, and it made me very happy. I also made a house for Wardle, because I got the amiibo card for Wardle. So I made a house for him. And when I tell you, Wardle is my favorite character. He's so sweet. He's just, I want to give him a big hug. He's the loveliest buddy. I've ever experienced in a video game. Favorite NPC ever. Wardle's amazing. But I made him a house, and I put like a radio in the house or a record player or something, so there was music playing. And when he was like wandering around the house and looking around while I was gonna take a photo, he started singing by the music player. And his now his speaking voice is like down here. He has very sort of deep speaking voices. It's in fairly low register. His singing voice, however, is like meow me me meow meow me meow meow, and I'm like, how are these like? So he just defaults to falsetto when he sings, which is wild and very cute, but is not what I would have expected from Wardle's singing voice at all. He was so cute, though. I was like, what is happening? Okay. Anywho, I think Happy Home Designer was a whole standalone game for the DS, says Sen. Yes! And I didn't play Animal Crossing yet. I think the first Animal Crossing experience that we had was Wild World, but we bought it secondhand because my partner happens to have a Nintendo DS, or one of the Nintendo DS units. I don't know. Anyways, but they I will say, in comparison to New Horizons, I didn't love Wild World as much. And I think part of the reason for that is that I'm used to like the villagers not, verbally abusing you. And a lot of the villagers in Wild World were just straight up mean to our villagers. It was not pleasant. But also, the villagers would keep asking for, like, I want a piece of blue furniture. And we would just not be able to find a piece of blue furniture, and then they'd move away because they were mad at us for not finding them a piece of blue furniture. And it's like, what is this game? No! Anyways, Little Birdie says, I had Tutu, who's a bear, and Olive, who's a cub, on my island for a while, and decided that they were girlfriends, and made them roommates in Happy Home. Aww! I love that for them, Little Birdie. That is super cute. There were a couple of pairs of characters on my Animal Crossing island that felt really couple-coded to me. Specifically, Boomer and Hamlet, and Lucy, who's a pig, and Angus, the grumpy Scottish bull. He was so enamored of her. Like, he'd talk about how he loves, like, her singing voice, and he's like, aw, she's such a superstar, and she'd get all shy. It was just so cute. I think they really struggled to get together just because they were both actually so shy. That was adorable. But as for, there was Paula? Did I think Paula was dating anybody? I'm not sure. I mean, she's definitely a lesbian. I know that. Paula has, like, maximum sort of, like, the slightly older lesbian friend who's, like, really, here to give you life advice, whether or not they are qualified to give life advice. Little Birdie says, so many people are like, bring back the mean villagers. And I'm like, why? I play this game to relax, not be insulted. Exactly. Oh, Thomas. I feel like your message is very much, poorly located. So, let me just drop a little. Just gonna report that. Okie dokie. Anyways, sorry about that, everybody. And the thing is, asking me if I want to by quality viewers. It's like the quality viewers are already here and I'm talking to them in chat. Because you're all breathtaking and wonderful people. I don't need to purchase a lovely community. I have one at home. And it's right here. And you guys are great. But yeah, it was really like... I know it's what some people are used to because they played the older Animal Crossing games. But I honestly find it really jarring in those older Animal Crossing games when a character is just like, "Oh, what are you doing, you sack of crap? This isn't the gift I wanted, you waste of oxygen." It just makes me feel so sad. I'm like, no, why are you saying this to me? I was trying to be nice to you. What's happening? Samantha says, if you're really in need of life advice, Samantha, I'm an older lesbian who's definitely not qualified to give it. Samantha, I'm pretty sure, don't dox yourselves or your ages at all, but I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. And if I'm not, then we might be about the same age. But I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. Anyways, but don't dox yourself. So it's a mystery. Anyways, Neo says, Sammy, how dare? I'm sorry. I don't know what I did, Neo, but I'm sorry. I am. I want to make a statement of sincere apology for whatever it is that I did. I'm sorry that you were bothered by it, and I will try and learn and do better going forward. But you also shouldn't have been bothered by the thing that I did because it was fine. Anyways, thank you, like and subscribe! No, don't apologize, says Neo. Oh no, you just praised our quality. Yes, because y'all are great. I have a lovely time hanging out with y'all on stream. That is part of the reason that I keep doing it. That's like 90% of the reason I keep doing it. Is that the community here is so lovely and so sweet. And I've been debating on how the heck to do this house, because I'm going to need to put little windows in it, and I want the little white window frames with the and it's such a tiny small space. Am I going to have to cheat and just use a bit of white ink on top of it? I might. Samantha says, you know who else is part of the hanging out and is also great? You are. So there. Oh, jeez. No, you. No, you. Anyways, you're all breathtaking, and I'm very happy to have you keeping me company. I really am. I appreciate it. Y'all are the bestest. I feel very blessed to have such a cool group of people to hang out with. Anyways. This house is red. Because why? Because I feel like it. Anyways. Cheat? Wow, I didn't know there were rules. Oh, jeez. Anyways. I don't know if there are rules either. I'm confused. I just got here. My brain hurts. Yeah, anyways. Tonight's Din-Dins I'm very excited about. Because we are having a delicious, we're having a delicious pasta situation today. Which is gonna be very simple because they had British tomatoes. And in fact, chat, would you indulge me for just a second while I get the tomatoes out of the cold storage? Because I'm gonna get the tomatoes out of the cold storage real quick. 1 second. You ate all of the tomatoes, love. Yeah. You ate all of them. Okay. What about the ones I just took out of the fridge? What were those? Like something having pasta with raspberries. Cool. Anyways. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Feel like these hamsters need some violets, the official flower set. Samantha, how did you know that I was going to fill this grassy field with violets? Because I am going to be filling this grassy field with violets. Because it is the official flower of sapphic love. How did you know? How did you guess? I feel very seen and known right now. Yes, said Samantha. Yes, of course. Of course. It's going to be violets. Because I am not averse to going very heavy-handedly on the symbolism here. I want you to know, in no uncertain terms, that Lady is gay. Is Lady gay? Yes. Yes, Lady Gay is gay. Anyways, I'm gonna take a sip of my decaf. Best reference is Neo. Yay! Someone got the reference. Good old Lady Gay. Anyways. Oh, now I'm laughing so hard that I'm crying. So that's fun. I'm going to take out a smaller brush for these somewhat smaller bits of area that we are painting in now. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the rest of the sort of colors for this. Then we'll do the colors for the bicycle and the hamsters. And then we'll look at doing all of the details in line weight. You know, the exact same way I do every single painting. So I don't know why I'm telling you this. Because I always do the same thing. Anyway. Okay. I need some hamster fur colors to reference as well. So I'm just gonna Google hamster. Because I have not planned what colors of fur that they have. I think this one is maybe going to be sort of a light brown, and this one is going to be maybe sort of a mottled darker brown. But honestly, I don't know. There are lots of different colorways that hamsters can be. They can be brown, or they can be a different shade of brown, or they can be sort of whitish, or they can be sort of grayish, or they can have sort of like a tummy that's sort of whitish, but the top part of them is brown. There's a lot of different ways to go. Subtlety is just to make the strains comfortable. Be as loudly gay as possible, says Samantha. Yes. I am here for that. Be loud, be proud. Happy Pride Month. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of this, make a nice gray, sort of roofy top color. Thusly. Is this roof extremely wiggity wonky on the piss? Yep. It most definitely is that. But hopefully it'll look okay when it's all done. I very hope. Will it? Oh, who knows? Sorry, I got quiet there for a second. Was concentrating on roof stuff. There. Okay. Does it look like a roof? Yeah! Headphones are dying, so I need to eat. And also, I need to eat lunch, this little birdie. Hello, 2 p.m. Please go eat food. It's very important. This is adorable so far, Sammy. Have a fun remainder of stream. Thank you so much, little birdie, and thank you for hanging out as well. And I hope you have a wonderful lunch. Thank you for stopping by. Alright. So we've got that done, and I think maybe just a slightly maybe deeper green for the little shrubbies. Maybe if I take a little bit of the background hill and a little bit of the foreground hill and kind of mound them together and then use that for the color of these little shrubbies. Mayhaps that will create a pleasant situation. And be distinct enough that they don't just look like I accidentally blobbed grass color onto the house. Or sky. Because that would be worse, frankly. Anyways. Yeah, I think that'll do for that. And I'm literally just looking out the window to see what's a good color for tree foliage. That's a really fresh green, that tree outside my window. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna want to lean in the direction of a nice fresh green for that, I think. Though it is quite off in the distance, so it can be a little bit, maybe not too super fresh, but like fairly fresh. I'm pulling in some lemon, I'm pulling in some turquoise for this. I'm washing my brush because it's probably all full of crap. Anyways, apologies to anyone who prefers the old style of Animal Crossing, because I have seen a lot of people in the last few years since New Horizons was released being like, I miss when villagers would verbally abuse me. But personally, it just made me feel really sad. But also I was like, okay, Monique, well, I guess you know what? If you don't want to be my friend, then I don't want to be your friend. Fine. See if I care. When I'd get a letter from a villager being like, I don't like you, so I moved away. I'm like, fine. That's okay, I guess. Do whatever you feel like, I suppose. I hope that in your new town, wherever you go, I won't keep making you feel sad. Anyways. Trees are hard. Because, like, from this distance, I feel like tree is just blob. Kind of. But also, there should be more dimension to tree than just blob. Because that doesn't really look super tree-esque to me. I mean, I'm just kind of blobbing paint on now, so it's not a super uniform color, so it feels a little bit more like leaf texture. But to be honest, I think I blobbed on so much that I negated anything I just did. Me over here hitting any non-horse villager over the head with a net, hoping they'll leave, Savannah. Yeah, some villagers could just be so mean. Oh my god! I mean, I know you're a fan of the haunts villagers because you like the haunts, but that doesn't sound very nice. I couldn't bring myself to be mean to any villagers. Even when one of my villagers who was like, she was like an influencer type. Her name was Patty and she is a cow. And she's really cute and I liked her very much, but she gave me a nickname and that nickname was Subscriber. And I was like, oh, am I just a subscriber to you? Are we not friends? I thought we were friends, but apparently we weren't friends. I was just a subscriber to her. So when she asked to move away, I was like, yeah, fine. Anyways, that's when I got Raymond, who came to my campsite the day after Patty said that she wanted to move out. And I was like, oh, well, that makes things nice and easy. You can just move into Patty's house. Anyway, so Raymond lives on my island now. Remember when everyone was like obsessed with Raymond Animal Crossing? That was a time. But also, like, people got weird about their obsession with Raymond Animal Crossing. By which I mean, like, people spending actual, like, real-life money to get Raymond Animal Crossing to move on to their video game island. Or indeed, someone was charging for people to go to their island and not ask Raymond to move in with them, but just to go to Raymond's house and, like, look at him. They weren't even allowed to interact. They just got to, like, actually, like, experience Raymond by, like, looking at him. And weirdly, people thought that was, like, you know, stupid and not worth it. Because, like, who cares? I just wanted to build my utopian island populated entirely with horses, Samantha. That is so valid of you. That is so very valid of you. She goes on to say, I mean, New Horizons did land at the perfect time of doom to just absorb everyone's attention. Oh, absolutely. That's the entire reason that I bought a Nintendo Switch. Was that there was just nothing to do. And we were stuck at home all the time. So, we would just, you know... I did come into a small windfall of, I think, about 150 pounds, unexpectedly. And so I took that 150 pounds and I was like, I'm going to buy a Nintendo Switch. So I bought myself a Nintendo Switch and put the rest of it on my credit card. But never mind. But that's how I got a Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna stick on Animal Crossing for like a few minutes after stream, I think. I've been inspired, chat. I'm gonna do a little just a tittle touch of Animal Crossing. Just enough to feel bad about myself for not visiting more often. And then I shall leave them to it again. Anyways. How shall I make a hamster color? Ooh, I like I like the coloration on this hamster. Like this kind of look? That's really cute. Do you think I can replicate that for her? I'm gonna try doing the sort of they're not all one color sort of situation where they've got sort of a slightly lighter colored tummy. I think that's really cute. So I will try and do something like that for her. So let me try and make base hamster brownish. Like, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this anyways. Just because most of her is covered up by her, you know, like puffy 19th century shirtwaist and waistcoat and stuff, but never mind. She looks very cute. I put this one in bloomers and I put this one in a skirt because I thought that'd be fun. Silly, thank you very much for the lurk. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, I think honestly the burnt yellow ochre is probably a good shout for hamster fur color. I don't even feel like I need to do that much to it. That's kind of bang on. But I think I will add just a little bit of the storm to it. Just to soften it out just a smidge. Ooh, that's such a nice... Okay, I didn't realize that was entirely off screen. That is such a nice hamster color, y'all. That is super cute and pretty. That's going to be really nice. Okay, let me pull up my Google image search results of hamster for my references. Actually, should I do sort of the under color first of like the tummy and sort of the bottom portion of the face maybe? Which I think I'm just going to do like a tiny amount of storm here, but it wants to be quite watered down because it's a very light color of fur. So I add quite a lot of water to that. Okay. And then I shall just paint this on as like the under color, as it were. Oh, heavens to Betsy. These two are gonna be so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. Heck. I love them so much already. And yes, I know they're dressed like proper ladies otherwise, but they still have like bare feet. Because they're hamsters and I wanted to draw their little paw feet, okay? Listen. These hamsters exist in a world where, like, hamster kind can ride bicycles, but their little feet don't quite reach the pedals. So, I can take some liberties if I want to. Okay? Oh my goodness, this girl is the cutest. Oh no. Gotta make beans, says Neo. Hell yeah. Beans are good. Look, being barefoot is very good, actually. Shoes are evil, says Samantha. I am not a big fan of most shoes.
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
Silly! Hello, Silly. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Hello, raiders. How's it going? We're just painting some gay hamsters. How are you? Spaceship Jen, welcome in. How are you doing? And Splash Ankling, lovely to see you as well. How is everyone doing? Very nice to see you. Thank you for the raid, Silly. Very much appreciated. The artist Jill, hello. How is everybody? How is your stream? I think I've said all of the things. I hope. Anyways. Atchi7240, welcome on in. Hello. Watercolor? It is watercolor. Hell yeah. Doing some gaming. Ooh, what flavor? Um, what flavor? Feel free to let us know all about what you were up to. And as always, if there's anything you would like to share with the class, i.e. like artworks or whatever, if you want to whisper a link in my direction, I would love to share that with the class. There is a shout out for Silly Little Guy. If you're not following Silly, they are great, and you should definitely go do that. Silly is very fun and very cool, and a very well esteemed member of this community. So please do go give him a follow. Zno, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in on the raid. For anyone who is new here and has just come in on the raid, hello and welcome. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays and every once in a while on a Sunday. Today, because it's Pride Month, I'm drawing some Victorian gay hamster cyclists. They are girlfriends. They're in love. Artist Jill, thank you so much for the follow. No, thank you very much for the follow as well. Thank you, much appreciated. And hello. The stream went well, says Silly. Yay! Well, it was partly eaten by a Bass Pro Shop fish hat. Oh my god! Also made like 15 things I have to render now. That sounds amazing and extremely fun. Except for the part where you were almost eaten. I always knew that Bass Pro Shops were trouble. They always seemed a little bit scary to me, but never mind. Anyways. But yeah, for anyone who's new here, I just so you know, I am a traditional artist working primarily in watercolors and other such wet media. My content is whimsical. When it's done, it looks kind of like... where the hell is the link? Where's the link? When it's done, it looks kind of like... what's a good representative artwork? Where have my windows gone? There it is. Okay. I accidentally minimized all of my windows and had a little bit of a panic, but everything's fine. When it's done, sometimes it looks like this, and I'm going to share this one again because it took me so gosh dang long to do. But here we are. Anyways. What are they up to in that pyramid, says Silly Little Guy. Oh my god, Silly. Okay, chat. If you have not seen the Bass Pro Shops pyramid, it is mind-blowing and so heckin' strange. Just go look it up. It is wild to me, and I kind of want to go there, but it also deeply intimidates me. But yeah, anyways, this is something that I painted. This is a couple of little guys that I like painting quite a bit. They are, they're dating, because I do that a lot. But I wanted to just have them in their travels visiting a little, like, secondhand bookshop that's one of those very labyrinthine spaces that's very, like, you know, a real treasure trove of, like, secret alcoves and, like, oh my god, there's another shelf of books over here and, like, little nooks where you can get lost in and just find, like, the most amazing stuff, if you know where to look. And, this took a cumulative month to paint all of these damn books, and I still consider it worth it. Anyways. So that's the thing. Yeah. I got so much detail since no. Anyways, yes, this is the thing that I did. Thank you very much for the kind words. I do appreciate it. What's something else that I've done? I did Hollow Knight Art Month last month. If Hollow Knight is something that you're familiar with. If not, it's a cute little video game where you get to doot around and go on adventures and make friends and do boss fights, and I like playing it a lot. This is one of the NPCs in the game. Her name is Cloth, and I just wanted to send her off on her own adventures because she's an adventurer too. So here she is doing some adventuring, and I added some gold to this piece. So look at them shine. Anyways. So yeah, that's the kind of shenanigans that happens here sometimes. But anyways. Neo says you can also find them on www.kara.com/Sammy Kelch. Yes. I did recently join Kara. I've only got like 3 posts on there, but if you do want to drop me a follow on over there, or come say hello, I would love to say hello and follow some more people as well. Anywho, month well spent, says Silly. Aw, thank you. And thank you again for the raid. Did I do a shout out? I'm gonna do another shout out. Spaceship Jin says, the good ending where you beat Trader Lord Force. Jin, I am literally on our Friday Hollow Knight streams. I am doing the Cloth Rescue Run. It is taking a really, really... I also got the neglect achievement at the top of it, which felt really good. But it's taking me a really, really long time because I want to make sure that I am ready to take on the Traitor Lord all by my lonesome. But I am rescuing Cloth, and she's going to be fine because she deserves it because I love her so much. Anyways. Yeah, so you're saving Cloth and killing Zote? Perfect, yes. Balancing the scales of karma in my favor. Cloth rescue mission, Zote unrescue mission, says Silly. Exactly. But, yeah. Okay, let me shout out Silly little guy. Once again, if you're not following Silly, go do that. Silly is great, does some really, really very cool, lovely artwork as well. And fun game stuff, and is just genuinely a very cool a very cool person. So go give him some love. Anyways, but yeah, this is what we're painting today because it's Pride Month, and in case anyone missed it up top, I did explain why I had the idea for this painting, and the idea for this painting came from an offhand comment made by someone in their YouTube video where they were doing some like crafts, some like crafty makery stuff around their house, and they were doing a bit of decor that involves like making some like decorative bits out of clay, and they were making little leaves out of clay, and they were saying that a lot of people asked them how they like make their little leaf shapes, and they explained, well, I just take a bit of clay and then I sort of shape it like this, and there you go, a little bicycle seat for a hamster. And as soon as she said that, I was like, oh damn, now I need to paint a cycling hamster. But then I was like, no, it's Pride Month, I have to paint two little Victorian lady cyclists who are girlfriends. And that's how this happened. So that's where the idea came from. But also I love the sort of early like bicycling culture, and how like specifically it really took off among like young women at the time, and there was a lot of public outcry from like conservative older men mostly who were like, oh, you know, the bicycle is bad for women, it's gonna give them notions and they're gonna think they don't need men anymore. And then you even had like quack doctors being like, cycling is bad for women's body parts, it's gonna mean they're not gonna be able to have babies because their little eggies get scrambled. I am not joking. Someone genuinely said this. Not in exactly so many words, but the upshot of it was basically that, like, cycling is bad for, like, women's bodies. It's just like, what? It's just completely made up. Newsflash, we don't need men, says Samantha. Exactly. Yes, absolutely. 100%. I'm so glad that we discovered bicycles and learned this. Me riding my bike often, says Jill. And good for you. Because actually, riding a bike is good. It's good exercise. You get fresh air. It is good. I don't do it because I live in a medieval city where there's too many cars, and it's scary, even though it is a very cycling intensive city that I live in. But it scares me. But also, I hate the idea of having to bicycle uphill. My thighs couldn't handle that. I don't even own a bike, and I don't need men. There you go. Cars are scary, says Jill. Yes, exactly. If I lived in a very low traffic area that was very flat, if it was just very flat and very low traffic, I would consider being a cyclist again. I rode my bike to the town hall yesterday to vote. Yay! And thank you so much for doing your voterly duty as well, Sen. That's awesome. Bicycling and civic duty, that's the term I was looking for. Thank you, Samantha. Also, yeah, yay for voting. Good job. There was quite a lot of voting going on in a number of European countries yesterday. I haven't seen the election results, but I very much hope that they were all in favor of good parties and responsible politicians. I realize that this is very much difficulty in a lot of places at a lot of times these days, but, you know, I hope that whatever the results were, that they were pretty good. Anywho. Okay. So we've got one hamster here. I'm gonna maybe just do some... Very light little. Get some nice ear color there, and then maybe just of course I will be adding like shadows and all that jazz later on anyways, but let's get some ear colors on there. Okay. Cool. I haven't looked at those. Maybe don't look too hard at the results, says Samantha. Yep. I'm gonna not, because I understand the importance of being plugged into the news and what's happening in the world, but on the other hand, if I'm overexposed to it, I cease to be able to function. So I got to be careful. Anyways, I haven't looked at those either. Hope they aren't bad. Some of them are good, I think. Everything's fine, nothing bad has happened anyways. Yay! Anyways, I'm working on my thighs. Says Jill. It still makes me shift into the lowest gear on my bike. Oof! Oof. That is a workout, and good luck, and you're doing amazing. And you should feel very proud. Now, what color is the other hamster gonna be? I'm still looking at pictures of hamsters to get ideas of hamster colors. Oh, I know. There was a sort of like... It's kind of a bit more of like a this situation right here. Like this guy. I was going to do like one of these guys. So let me try and make what I think that color is, kind of, if I can. I'm going to start with a base of this kind of brownishness, but then I'm going to add a little bit of this. And just a smidgen of you, but not a ton. Just a smidgen. But I think mostly this. And then a good number of little drippies of water. And there we have it. A hamster color. Also hard not to be exposed to when the Google logo looks like a ballot box, says Silly. This is also true. Though I try not to go to the Google main page too often. Just cause. Okay. This is, did I make this too light? I might need to do a couple of layers of this, because I think I might have made it a little too light. Oh no. Well, that's okay. We'll just fill in and fill in again if needs be. Because I'll need to shade in, her ears are slightly, the ears are a slightly darker shade of brown anyways. And then obviously they've got their little pink noses. There we go, okay. Getting some good color happening on here. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. Oh my goodness gracious, aren't you just the cutest? I don't think I'd ever drawn a hamster before these, so it was very much a case of like, is this what a hamster looks like? But when you're an artist and you don't do like straight ahead realism, you've got to take into consideration not just how do you draw, like how does one draw this type of character, but also how do I draw this type of character, and there's a difference. What do hamsters look like when in the art style that is mine, and do I have one? It's a weird question to ask sometimes, I think, and it's not always an easy question to answer. But it is an important one. So here we are. Hopefully I have answered it adequately. There, okay. I've tried to give it sort of a slight unevenness to the fur, so it's not like entirely, so it looks like it has a bit of dimension to it, basically. And now that that's done, maybe I should look at coloring in the bike. I don't know what color bikes were in this period. I think I'm gonna go for racing green, because that feels really appropriate to me, to make it be racing green, because they're racing down the hill like, wee! That feels correct to me. So let me pick up some racing green here, which is also just generally a really lovely color, and I'm going to mix it with this sort of mottled grass. just to kind of soften it down a smidge. Thusly. Oh, I think I was telling y'all about the pasta that I'm making this evening. And then I kind of started and then I stopped again because I forgot what I was doing because I'm very intelligent. This bike makes no sense. These wheels make no sense. The handlebars make... Just don't question, like, the physics of the engineering of this bicycle. Because I think if you think about it too long, you'll hurt yourself, and I don't want you to do that, okay? But tonight's pasta dinner. I'm very excited for tonight's pasta dinner. Because I am making a, I am doing whatever pasta is, in the pantry, and I can't remember what... I know we've got spaghetti, but I think we've got something small as well. I want to use the whatever the small thing is, I think, first. But, oh, dang, what is the pasta that we have? I don't know. Anyways, just literally just gonna toss it with some fresh cherry tomatoes because the first British tomatoes are showing up, and, I like buying local produce where and when I can. We had Ontario strawberries when we were in Ontario last month. It was really nice. But additionally to that, so some fresh British tomatoes, some garlic olive oil, some, I'm gonna lightly steam some kale, I think, and add it to it, and then we've got some mozzarella pearls, and I think that'll be really nice. Maybe some herbs, I don't know. Anyways, that's the deal. Very simple, like, basic pasta situation, but sometimes I really like a simple, basic pasta situation with just, like, fresh tomatoes when they are perfectly in season, you know? And some little cheese. And I will remember to take my lactose tablets. I promise I will remember to take my lactose tablets. There's some grass in the background that I forgot to paint in before. Okay. But yes, what was I saying? Lactose tablets. Pasta. It's going to be delicious. I'm very much looking forward to it. These hamsters are having a lovely time. They love each other so much. And they're very much having a good I have to decide what colors to make their hats and, like, outfits and stuff. Oh, no. Oh, hardship. Oh, difficulty. Oh, pretzels. I'm gonna put off doing that for as long as possible because I genuinely don't know. Oh, no. Struggles. Okay. Why don't I pick up a little bit of this? Gonna add a smidge of black to the storm gray to just make, not the storm gray, the silver. Actually, is this, they don't even call the gray one gray. They call it silver blue, but to me it is very much just silver gray. But okay. And I'm gonna paint in this little bicycle seat. Like so. Yay! Anyways, man, I really need to decide what colors these two's outfits are. I mean, they really could be wearing any colors. But I think I want something that's fairly complimentary and summertimey and feels really nice and a little bit gay. So maybe I will put this one in sort of a nice sort of lavender ensemble. Do you think... I think it would be really cute if she had, like, a matching waistcoat and skirt. I think that's quite smart. I think that would look good. So, literally just gonna do that, I think. I used up some... I did a painting, I think, last summer, or maybe the summer before last, where I tried to paint, like, not a hydrangea, what is it, wisterias. I tried to paint a wisteria situation, so these two paints are so much lower than any of the other paints in this box, because I had to use so much of it to try and paint wisterias. And at the end of the day, I ended up really not liking the way that painting was composed at all. So I ended up just trashing it. It took super long time, and I ended up just not liking it, so I decided to delete my art, because sometimes art just be like that, and that's okay. Not every idea you have is going to be the greatest masterpiece ever produced. I mean, is this kind of janky? Yeah, but you know what? It's fun. So I don't mind if it's a little bit janky. I'm having a nice time painting it anyways. I think their outfits should be various shades of pink and orange, to Samantha. Oh damn, I already did one in purple. I can do this one in various shades of pink and orange though. I can certainly do that. I can give her like a peach colored hat. Or like I could do the feather in like sort of an orangey hue. I mean, I think that the lavender is not super far off. But maybe if I do like a, I'm going to pick up some of this like orchid pink. Maybe if I do, ooh, hold on. Maybe if I do like, ooh, I'm having thinky thoughts. I once had a bon voyage for a sculpture and I set it ablaze in a fire pit, says Jill. That is hardcore. That's heckin' rad. Oh my god, that is super cool. I love that. That's awesome. Okay, I'm blending some colors together for this one, because I think I want it to be somewhat of a darker color, because I think it'll stand out better. So I've taken a little bit of the plum and I'm adding some of this like flamingo to it to make sort of a deeper pink color. And then I might do like a pale pink shirt to kind of coordinate with it. I think it would be really, really cute. But I think I just want a little bit more depth to this outfit so that it stands out really well against like the background and stuff. Sculpture went out like a Viking warrior. I wanted to get rid of it, but throwing away didn't seem right, says Jill. That's amazing. That's badass. I love that a lot. Like, hell yeah, that's very cool. Okay. There we go. Oh, I like this color. It's a very, like, berry pink. That's really nice. Hell yeah. Just a little bit under the little handlebars there. There we go. Yay! Again, please don't overly question the hamster anatomy. It was a struggle to try and get hamsters on bicycles in the first place, okay? Listen. It hasn't been easy. Loving the lavender and pink vibes, says Jill. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I am imbuing this piece with as much of the symbolistical gayness as I can. Tee-hee. So I'm just gonna, I've watered this down a little bit because I think it'd be really cute to have like a, not contrasting, but just the same sort of shade, but a much lighter value for like the collar of this. I feel like this waistcoat has like a little collar on it, and I feel like that's real cute. So I think that, oh, okay, now that their outfits are starting to be colored in, I'm really starting to like feel them like quite a bit. I'm digging it. I think it's fun. Okay, what about the little bloomies? What about the little bloomers? I'm gonna take some of this. What is the name of the color? It's called coral pink, but I would say it's more of like a peach. But I'm gonna take this and then I'm gonna I think blend it with a little bit of brown so that it's not quite so mega bright. So I'm going to take a little natural brown and blend that into it. Ooh, yeah, I think that'll be cute. Okay. But I do want it to be bold enough that it stands out nicely. But I think a nice peachy brown will go well with this piece, and I think is also a good color for a pair of like bloomers. Spaceship Jin says, hope you have a good art time. I'm gonna go do some art stuff myself, so goodbye. Have a lovely time doing artworks. I'm probably not gonna go too much longer myself anyways. But thank you so much for hanging out. It's been lovely to see you, and I hope you have a wonderful time working on your own artwork. Okie dokie. Here we are. I think if I can basically just finish off like the flat colors, and then we'll have to come back to this and finish the rest of it next time, because I am going to have to go cook dinner fairly soon. Thankfully it's not a super long and labor intensive din-dins, but I do ought to do it, so I shall. I do ought to do it. That's a phrase that probably no one's ever said in the world ever at all. So apologies for saying it, I guess. Because it was not very grammatical of me, and I am sorry. Currently figuring out how to make 15 interchangeable hats for my little guy, says Silly. That's so many. Oh my god, Silly, that's so many hats. Probably gonna need plugins. That is a lot of. That sounds very labor intensive. That's so. I cannot even like one interchangeable hat would be almost beyond me. 15, that's a ton. Sounded yummy when you were describing your dinner, says Jill. I am excited for tonight's dinner. It's something I haven't had in a very, very long time. In large part because I tend not to use fresh tomatoes when they're out of season. So here we are. They just kept suggesting hats, says Silly. It's probably not a problem though. I think, you know what, if anyone can do it, you can do it. I believe in you. Hell yeah. Right. Pale pink shirt for this one. So I'm going to pick up some of this just orchid pink in and of itself. This is a very pale pink. Very, very, very light pink. Like so. I think her little shirtwaist is just going to be white because that was very, very, very common at the time. Tomatoes taste the best when in season, says Jill, especially homegrown ones. Oh man, if I could grow my own tomatoes at home, I would be over the moon. That would be so nice. Unfortunately, I have tried, and it did not go well. For me, unfortunately. But I would love to. That would be hecking amazing. There we go. I've put a little decorative bow on this little lady's hat because they did like to put interesting decorations on their hats at this time. I need to make food as well, says Silly. Everybody eat. Everybody eat. Don't follow my example and just keep working through it. Like, everybody go eat if you need to. In fact, I will, I think, do one more thing to this lady here, and then we will call it a day, I think. Because I think I'm getting close to needing to have a break. So, because I'm kind of feeling her outfit, but I kind of wouldn't mind if maybe we had a somewhat darker color on like the skirt or something, so it's not all one color after all. But now that I'm doing it, I'm like, no, but actually that, like, the one color sort of set would be very smart and classy at the time, so maybe instead I will just, this will be the color of her bow tie, I think. And maybe the little feather in her hat matches her little bow tie thusly. Oh yeah, that's stinking cute. These two are unambiguously gay, right? Like, it is very obvious from the color coding that I am unsubtly inserting into this painting that these two are in a relationship, right? I hope so. I keep getting up to make dinner and then getting distracted. Okay, I'm gonna end stream. So y'all can go eat food, and so I can go eat food, okay? The hamsters are getting pretty close to being done. I don't think it'll take too much long to finish them next time. So thank you for hanging out with me today. It's been very, very fun. Thank you to Sammy and Silly for the raids. Much appreciated once again. Do go follow them if you're not already. They're both wonderful people. And they definitely look like roommates. Roommates in the same way that my spouse and I are roommates, I would assume, in as much as they technically do share a dwelling, but also they, you know, they share a bed in that dwelling and they make love. Anyways. Was that too explicit for Twitch? Am I gonna get banned? I hope not. They're bike mates, says Silly. Yes, exactly. I mean, look at this hamster just tenderly sort of holding on to her bike mate. And definitely not enjoying the little waft of her friend's perfume as it drifts towards her in the breeze. Anyways. Sappho and her friends is at, yes, exactly. Not just a dwelling, they share a room. Yes, exactly, that's the difference. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Okay. I'm gonna see if there's someone we can do a little raid on, and I'm sure there will be. Because I'm sure there are lots of lovely people online. I hope, anyways. Or at least someone I know who's online, and if I'm following them, then they're good. Okay, who have I not done a raid on lately? Wow, there are way more people streaming than it said were streaming. So at least we'll definitely be able to find someone who is live right now. Who have I not raided recently? I haven't raided a lot of people recently because we have been away for a little while. So, you know what, yeah, okay, it is a good vibe, so I'm going to send us in the direction of Kevo Koala. And if you don't know him, he's a lot of fun and very cool and Canadian like me, except still lives in Canada. At least I think he does. And is doing some art and is very cool and fun. And is doing some fan art apparently, so that's fun as well. So, let me pop a generic raid message in the chat. With some pride emotes, because of course. Plap, plap, plap. Plap, plap, plap. Okay. There we go. Yay! Hopefully that worked. Gonna be munching on the same piece of spaghetti later on their date. Ooh, if it leads to a kiss, who knows? Anyways, they should probably actually start the raid, so let's do that. Hopefully Koala's not just about to end, but it doesn't look like he is, so figgies crossed. Anyways, that raid has begun. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I will be finishing this and possibly starting something else depending on time, on stream on Thingy Day. You know, the next day that I'm streaming. You know, what's it? Thursday. That's it. Thank y'all for hanging out today. Sorry if my brain was a little bit all over the place, but yeah, honestly, that's pretty normal for me. Let's be real. So thank y'all for hanging out, and have a good one. You're all breathtaking. I shall see you hopefully very soon. Take care, everyone, and goodbye and good night.